Sunday, the 31st of July, 2022. 18th Sunday in Ordinary Time. First reading from the book of Ecclesiastes. Vanity of vanities. The preacher says, vanity of vanities. All is vanity. So it is that a man who has laboured wisely, skilfully and successfully must leave what is own to someone who has not toiled for it at all. This too is vanity and great injustice, for what does he gain for all the toil and strain that he has undergone under the sun? What of all his laborious days, his cares of office, his restless nights? This too is vanity. Responsorial Psalm. O Lord, you have been our refuge from one generation to the next. You turn men back to dust, and say, go back, sons of men. To your eyes 1,000 years are like yesterday, come and gone, no more than a watch in the night. O Lord, you have been our refuge from one generation to the next. You sweep men away like a dream, like the grass which springs up in the morning. In the morning it springs up and flowers. By evening it withers and fades. O Lord, you have been our refuge from one generation to the next. Make us know the shortness of our life, that we may gain wisdom of heart. Lord, relent. Is your anger forever? Show pity to your servants. O Lord, you have been our refuge from one generation to the next. In the morning fill us with your love. We shall exult and rejoice all our days. Let the favour of the Lord be upon us. Give success to the work of our hands. O Lord, you have been our refuge from one generation to the next. Second reading. A reading from the book of Colossians. Since you have been brought back to true life with Christ, you must look for the things that are in heaven, where Christ is, sitting at God's right hand. Let your thoughts be on heavenly things, not on the things that are on the earth, because you have died, and now the life you have is hidden with Christ in God. But when Christ is revealed, and he is your life, you too will be revealed in all your glory with him. That is why you must kill everything in you that belongs only to earthly life: fornication, impurity, guilty passion, evil desires, and especially greed, which is the same thing as worshipping a false god. And never tell each other lies. You have stripped off your old behaviour with your old self, and you have put on a new self, which will progress towards true knowledge, the more it is renewed in the image of its Creator. And in that image there is no room for distinction between Greek and Jew, between the circumcised or the uncircumcised, between barbarian and Scythian, slave and free man. There is only Christ, he is everything, and he is in everything. Gospel acclamation. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Your word is truth, O Lord. Consecrate us in the truth. Hallelujah. Gospel. Reading from the book of Luke. A man in the crowd said to Jesus, Master, tell my brother to give me a share of our inheritance. My friend, he replied, who appointed me your judge or the arbitrator of your claims? Then he said to them, watch and be on your guard against avarice of any kind, for a man's life is not made secure by what he owns, even when he has more than he needs. Then he told them a parable. There was once a rich man who, having had a good harvest from his land, thought to himself, what am I to do? I have not enough room to store my crops. Then he said, this is what I will do. I will pull down my barns and build bigger ones, and store all my grain and my goods in them. And I will say to my soul, you have plenty of good things laid by for many years to come. Take things easy. Eat, drink, have a good time. But God said to him, fool, this very night the demand will be made for your soul, and this hoard of yours, whose will it be then? So it is when a man stores up treasure for himself in place of making himself rich in the sight of God. Gospel of the Lord.